Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero site, defender of the fatherland. Off here to glorious 1v1 on Crossroads. And north it is PFC, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the Sperrverbande von Sauken, with Osttruppen featuring Osttruppen squads, entrenching tools, the officer, supply drops, and railway artillery support with infantry Panzerfaust mine bulletins. Most of the south it is Kimbo, fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union. You know, socialism. Taking on the role here of the 10th Mechanized Corps with Guard Motor featuring T-3045s, heavy mortars, Guards Rough Infantry, vehicle repair training, and marked vehicle. We got a double Osttruppen start versus double engineer start here from Kimbo with conscripts. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters, my own company of heroes. You too can join the heroic and illustrious ranks by pledging on Patreon yourself, or you can also just donate to form the sample of other people like Andrew, who supports me with this hard-earned money that way. Links in the description for both Patreon and PayPal. And finally, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, you know, do the algorithm dance. Straight up move here towards the center by Kimbo with conscripts. We got Osttruppen and Guard Motor as well here. Is PFC planning an early sniper start? Looks like they have versus Kimbo. An interesting move there. Interesting move. Second conscript made for Kimbo. Osttruppen catching the conscript there in the center. That said, they can't get flagged with the conscripts. Will definitely be PFC's Osttruppen in a much more awkward spot. He's going to have to like shift them around the cover here. Of course, at that point, Kimbo just moved on the other side. So it's not like, you know, a long-term solution. The Osttruppen, I think, overall got caught in a bit of a bad spot there for PFC. There we go. Early sniper here from PFC. But maneuver going to try and out-attrition the Soviets. That's will be interesting to see how that particularly works out. All the way sniper almost done. East up there also making progress. Pioneers moving straight for this and fuel point. And the rest of Kimbo's forces, the engineers are basically preoccupied east with more troops being moved towards the center. Let's grab the point here and there you go. Sniper out there for PFC and Germany. Got the carve point there under soon control, but there you go. Constant engagement to counter that. Push back PFC's Osttruppen. Third score on the way of PFC and Germany. Sniper Osttruppen towards the center, westwards there, Pioneers laying down sandbags, very good. Osttruppen being slowly bled out, here the light cav of course providing some protection, but ultimately there are limits to how much protection that can provide them. He's up the center. Osttruppen summoning eastwards here to assist. Pioneer there with sandbags by the western victory point as well. So far map is being roughly 50-50 split, but with a slight lead here for Kimbo over PFC. Sniper gets the first kill there for them. Engineers sneak up there, though will struggle a bit there for Kimbo. So triple concept engineers, got motor. We're publishing some Guards Rough Infantry. Maybe a heavy mortar here to put more pressure on PFC. We'll of course have to see how Kimbo decides to deal with PFC. Sniper will go for a counter sniper zone. Will he go for like vehicle to deal with that, or what will he do? And the West are going to push him to the fuel points there. Very good by Kimbo. Even he's effectively tying down a chunk of PFC's forces, then hitting where it really matters, the resources. Engineers with the flamethrowers also got a fourth Osttruppen squad for PFC. Kimbo there could go for medics or go nade upgrades. Sniping pursuit by the conscripts, angrily shouting insults and harsh words. That said, he might actually risk losing the conscripts if he's not careful. West side here. Pioneer with a flammable rifle, which calls signal to Kimbo he could get away with laying down mines. Aggressively here versus PFC, since PFC will not have any minesweepers anytime soon to like, you know, deal with that. So it's an easy choice there by PFC to like pretty much reveal this information at this point to Kimbo, and of course have to see if Kimbo decides to go for it. I mean, that said, with Gas being close to the DP light machine guns, he may decide not to, and of course this might be what PFC could be hoping for that Kimbo's going to go for. We'll see. That's going on in the background. Tech there for PFC. Kimbo's got the medics on the way. Could also begin taking up here. Get some support company up maybe. Sandbags in the center, sandbags in the east. PFC being used, of course, the entrenching tools ability. Got an oorah here being shot out. The sniper caught out in the open again. Kimbo definitely wants that sniper dead. There you go, tech done. Could go for like to make a nice company. Could try and push Panzergrenadier out here versus Kimbo. We shall of course see what they enter with. Support company out for Kimbo. Very good for him. Still, denied here PFC the fuel, but PFC's getting the other fuel point instead. So obviously, a bit of a trade-off here. More crucially though, Kimbo doesn't have the western fuel point connected, so may not quite be as straightforward there. But there you go. Osttruppen will be able to hold this point for long. They're still unhealthy. The conscripts will be able to overwhelm them. There we go. Push back. Flamethrower using force going to hit the car point. That's a very good move there. In the west, push back here by the sniper Osttruppen combo here from PFC. Tech done. Could go for Maxim. Mortar, more like a field gun. Expecting vehicles here from PFC. We've got, in fact, the 2-2 on the way. Then we've got flame arts down here from Kimbo. Thumbs up. Like the punches Speerwagen almost done here for the Speerverbande von Sauken. Tank taken up there. Could go for fast at half track, maybe, but more likely going for the T7 here versus PFC. Oh no. Oh no. They accidentally walked off the point here despite apparently one being on it. You can really hate when that happens. We've got minus on the car on there. Very nice there by Kimbo. Thumbs up. That's definitely going to be a bit awkward there. Lost pressure time on that one. At least he had the cut off though. That's something. Bunker up there for PFC to set up for the medics. Inconvenience trouble with the pioneers. Bit of skirmishing here. And Pioneer there gaining veterans 1. There you go. Armored cart here for PFC. Germany. Deutschland. Control almost got the fuel point there. He's got around a neutral. Tank chain coming almost done. He's not too far away from the T70 here, so that's going to be a problem there for PFC. Of course, it will be interesting to see if PFC is going to go for the Pack 4 direct. He's going to use the supply drop here. Both are obviously options here for PFC versus Kimbo. He really wants that sniper. He's actually very close there every time, but always falling a bit short here. Go Pioneers at the mine. Medic's almost done there. And Kimbo is... There we go. Got the tank chain coming up. He's roughly a minute away from the T70 light tank. West skirmishing between the concept of the Osttruppen. More meow from Bassel. Who wants some attention and... wants a nice hug. Ow, Bassel. He's a very cuddly kitty at times, so there you go. Now resting on my shoulder, at least trying to.
Supply sector under attack.
So there, got the armor coming about here. Going back to the western fuel pump, also losing the eastern fuel pump here. A lot of back and forth between Kimbo and PFC. Can now go for the T7, except he just spent manpower on the guard squad. I'm not entirely sure that's worth it. Like, I think a faster T7 would be more beneficial for Kimbo, short and long term. Of course, the guard squad is still a great investment. I mean, make no mistake about that. But I think a faster T70 here would have been much more beneficial for Kimbo versus PFC. But we'll see. Engineers are dealing with the Pioneers. We also got contact going up the way he's moving about. He's looking to flank here and threaten the retreat path. Very good maneuver there by Kimbo. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Ooh, getting a wipe here. PFC's already accepted the loss and is beginning to replace them before they're even dead. Help! We need help! Don't worry! We're getting you the finest replacements. I mean help! Bottom man 40, we've got 418 versus 462. Can go for the T7 now. PFC some time away from any, like, tech himself, due to good harassment there by Kimbo. No T70 yet. Is he actually planning to go straight for the mechanized armor company and just skip the T70? I mean, that is a possibility. No, there we go. We've got the T7. Definitely delayed. I mean, he could have just let out, like, you know, minutes sooner. So, at least that's my perspective. Snipers heading out there again. Got these some fuel pump security. Probably still laying down some mines when he can. They're a bit short on the munitions for it now. Sniper just keeps planking away there at Kimbo's men. 14 kills. Really wants that sniper dead, but PFC obviously wants that sniper alive. There you go. T70 out here for Kimbo. Got a drop there for PFC for more resources, machine guns, and of course the pack folder here. I'll definitely give PFC some much needed firepower here versus Kimbo's light tank. I imagine you might see some tech now, though. Of course, he could try and go for a second T70. Kimbo has been known to do that. Can be a very aggressive move, obviously, and overwhelm some opponents as they do not expect double T70s. Got the Osttruppen push back here. Telemine spotted just in time. Holy hell, that was close there for the T-70. That would have been huge though for PFC taking out the T-70 with the Telemine right there. That would have been huge. That could have actually been a GG moment, I think. Yeah. Bastard's not quite the kitten he used to be. Let's just put it like that. Yet he clearly still likes to think he is. Anyways, Osttruppen there, holding out the building, but that may not last much longer here. He's spotted by the armored car, got a pack forward nearby. Playing for joining from the other side. I think there's a good chance of getting out the Osttruppen. Obviously not the biggest loss for PFC, but still it's going to be one shot infantry squad there to replace even more Osttruppen. Let's say Pan's going to do something else. Oh, there we go. Tech instead. Kimbo once more launching a daring raid into the cemetery there to get fuel away there from PFC. Oh dear, we could see another wipe here. 2 wipes in the short amount of time. You know, Osttruppen will certainly hurt PFC. That is great there for Kimbo, and a bit of a slap across the face for PFC. Great kill there for Kimbo. 2 wipes. That's gonna hurt. Again, even if Osttruppen, even if the 200 manpower squad, losing that many Osttruppen that fast will nonetheless make a dent in PFC's ability to hold them out and pressure Kimbo. So that is great. Troops reinforcing healing. Got some flare mines down there. T-Sin looking like he might try and scout out the PFC's base a bit here. Going for Osttruppen in the end. Not going to say go for punts. They're going to do that. Picks up the 2-2-2. T-Sin falling back. MD-34 dealing with the guardsmen there, tearing them apart. Now Johnny in there, certainly not making it easier. Snubber there with 21 kills, definitely not bad. Love to see when Kimbo takes up. At this stage, PFC they could rush out some armor soon here versus Kimbo. Stug, Osmond or Panther 4. But Raj and Rash being getted out, they're a fairly decent pacing. Kimbo will definitely need some field guns soon here versus PFC. Will absolutely need some field guns. Got the awesome light machine here ready to put pressure on Kimbo, and of course signal to Kimbo that he has reached the support on the Cortier. But there you go. One poor shot gets burned alive there with a Molotov to the face. I told him not to catch it, but 9, he had to be a smart ass. Coming on the west side, there you go. Mechanized armor company here for Kimbo. PFC there can build a Supremo Corps and proceed to do so. So good, so good. Heading the western fuel point again, this time to gain some sandbags. What they seized. Third awesome squad being equipped with a light machine gun, the Leichter Maschinengewehr. That's it. Actual Osttruppen probably not been equipped with an MD-42. They'd be lucky to be equipped with an MD-34. More likely them equipped either with captured light machine guns like the DPs, Bren guns, or the Czechoslovakian light machine, which is basically what the Bren gun was, you know, based off. They've been very unlikely to find their hands on the MD-42 unless they somehow lose it, I think. So little fun fact there. Counter-charge into the machines getting hosed there. Does get an anti-tank grenade off in the armoured car. Panther on the way there for PFC and Germany. So could go for the T-34 from 6, but I think more likely once he gets hit by the Panther 4, Kimbo's more likely to just aim, I think, for the T-35 as that performs much better against the Panther 4. But we shall see. It could always be proven wrong. That said, Kimbo, of course, again with those drops, really managed just like swing the map in his favour and gain control there and tempo and momentum, leaving horse PFC here to sort of, you know, try and regain control, which will require tank or at least a lot of Panzer Grenadier. Also worth noting, PFC's flooding a lot of munitions. He hasn't been laying down a lot of mines, which is typically something you do end up doing with Osttruppen doctrine, so I would certainly strongly recommend PFC laying down a few mines. Even though that one tail mine here got spotted. More mines never hurt. Could actually, for example, make it harder for Kimbo to harass you if there's a bunch of S-mods there. There you go, Panzerkampfwagen 4, gefechtsbereit for PFC and Deutschland. Guys in there pushed back. Takes on the T-70. Pentacle shoots. Field gun on the way there for Kimbo. This is 3 divisional field gun. He needs to rout it beneath a flurry of firepower which ultimately takes their lives. Both sides I also think could benefit from light artillery as always. Kimbo with a heavy mortar and PFC with a regular mortar I think would go a long way there. Another supply drive for PFC. Now that's interesting. Not something you see so often. A player actually going for a second one. But that does mean another machine gun, another Pack 40 for PFC. I wonder if that means he's actually going to try and go for like Tier 4 now. Or what that means. That's, again, fairly rare and definitely a bit harder to pass here. But again, another machine, another Pack 40 isn't a bad choice at all here for PFC. It would make it much harder for Kimbo to move ahead, to be honest. And further, I think, necessitate Kimbo going for some kind of artillery here to break PFC's lines and defences. So we'll have to see what PFC does for that. East side we got the Osttruppen force pushed back units the court laying down mines. Even as Kimbo's exerting most of his force to the west, this is a good push there by PFC. Takes advantage of Kimbo's, heavy focus on the west there. Grab the western fuel point again. Got the MD-34. This is Osttruppen. Almost got machine gun out of the guardsman, and that'd been fairly handy there for Kimbo if he could take care of that. Oh yeah, that T-70 is about to get knocked out here for Kimbo. Bit of an aggressive move, and there you go. T-70 kaput. Great kill there for PFC. That said, Kimbo can now go for the T-3045. Definitely should. And we go. T-35 on the way here for Kimbo versus PFC. Counter 4 of 11 kills already. More Pioneers here for PFC to assist repairs. That is very good. Also got the second Pack 40 here crewed up. So as PFC, they're definitely using the supply drops to, like, catch up despite the loss of the multiple infantry squads. I think that's a fairly good move there. Definitely not something you typically see there, but I don't think that's definitely clever. Isn't that right, Basil? I think he's fallen asleep in my arms. Which definitely isn't making casting easier. And it's ground dug in there with his Osttruppen. Molotov here in the MD-34, burning through the crew swiftly. For some reason they can't act. Oh, there we go. But really, that was a massive delay, which is a bit an issue with some of the MD-34s and 42s in the game. For some reason, if the units at the right part in the arc, it just for some reason it takes forever them to turn around and actually deal with it. It's a massive issue for the Germans in that sense. T-40 catching up the Osttruppen there, immediately dropping one man there, like a sack of lard. And there you go, full right from PFC, realising this takes around for too long, there's just going to be more Osttruppen wiped out. F1 going in the T-35, engines in the centre. Got the field gun up in the centre as well. Around the point there. Field gun up, opening up on it, but not actually hitting it though. Rushing with the T-35 to cover the Pack 40s, good hit there. PFC could soon go for another Panther 4. He could also go for Stoops or Ostvin versus Kimbo. Still not a lot of artillery though from either side. And again, I really feel like Kimbo should strongly consider some sort of mortar here. He's also replacing his engineer losses. He's also lost the guardsman. Definitely maybe lost here from Kimbo against PFC. Needs to do something about that soon. Almost got the sniper though. Almost got it. Ace level by the way. That sniper's definitely ended up being a fairly good investment here for PFC against Kimbo. A fairly good investment. Got the railway support ready. 400 munitions. Almost 500 in fact. That is a massive load of munitions. We've got 39 kills on the sniper. Awesome growing points here and there. Fun fact, as the war went on, the Osttruppen would be used less and less for frontline services. They were increasingly unreliable and just surrendered to the, Allies. So they would eventually just be turned into what was known as Hilfswillige or Heavies, where they just, do all the sort of, realigned stuff to free up German troops for the front line instead. So, they'd be butchers and supply chaps and all that sort of stuff. They're truck drivers. Little fun fact there. Counter-routed again. Kimbo needs something drastic. I think turn the tide against PFC. I think PFC, yes indeed, is going for 2-4 now versus Kimbo. Got the armored car. Small win here for Kimbo over PFC, but the odds are still stacked against PFC here. The odds are still stacked against him. Tier 4, they're almost done for PFC in Germany. That's set going for Tier 4 here. But actually, how about Kimbo? Since obviously that's going to be, a lot of time spent doing very little. And that can allow Kimbo to put more pressure on PFC and turn the game around. He also field gun bombardment in the Pack 40. Almost got a direct hit there, actually. Machine gun there. Almost wiped out as well. But 2 almost doesn't quite make a full hit there, though. If you could take out the Pack 40, that'd be helpful for Kimbo if you could run off with it. That's definitely a problem for PFC, since a 6-man Pack 40 is a nightmare for the Germans to deal with, or at least destroyed here. Just been caught. Yeah, he's going to have to destroy it. I don't think there's any chance here that Kimbo makes it off with that one unless PFC falls asleep. I don't know. Gets arrested. Awesome, they're getting a good hit, taking a good hit from the T-55 there. Almost wiped out again. The heavy Panzer almost done there for PFC. We'll have to go see what he goes for. We'll leave a Panther, Sturmpanzer, Panzerwerfer. Kimbo can soon go for another T-55. Bastards what more woken is now staring very smugly at me. There we go, Panther for PFC, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Good hit from the field and there on the Panther artillery called in here. PFC going all in there with the railway artillery support there. Boom there. Fun fact, the Germans had a lot of armoured trains. In fact, they actually captured a bunch of them and repurposed them for their own usage. Polish and Russian armoured trains. Additionally, at least in Germany, they also run these, massive flak trains with like massive flak guns on them. We're talking like 10 and I think 12 centimeter flak guns, which arguably could also be turned towards artillery. So, for the rest of there's a lot that could be firing this railway artillery support. Got the counter catching the Osttruppen here. Shoot, we went for the counter with the Molotov, then they're straight in the Osttruppen's face. Now the T-55 they're almost done. Panther right about done here for PFC and for Deutschland. There we go. The Model A, which was sort of the in-between model from the early model, the Model D, and then the final model, the Model G. Counter Quartier against Sniper there with 43 kills, really good value. There you go. Another T-55 for Kimbo. Pushing up east as machine to the Panther 4's not great there for Kimbo's conscripts. I think there's a good chance of this getting wiped up, to be honest. Unless it gets very lucky, which does seem to be the case here. Panther catch across on the west here, that's it. PFC is extending this one, like one wrong mistake here, like move on like a mine, could actually cost them the Panther right away, so pretty risky move here with PFC. Guess he wanted that wipe really badly with the Panther, but was willing to risk it. Got the field moving westwards here. We got 81 to 224. T-55 setting out here. Choose unusual here for Kimbo. Mine there. Panther dodges it though. For now at least. I think Kimbo's trying to bait the Panther into presenting the T-55 as a possible target. I think it's right into it, but no. PFC doesn't take the bait, and in fact backs off. There we go, Osttruppen set off the mine instead. Valiantly sacrificing themselves, the Panther doesn't get him. Damaged engine. Aircraft shut down here. Nice little shoot down there, prevents the marked target from really doing anything against any of PFC's armor. Now the Pack 40 for PFC to replace the one lost. This time no supply drops. Still a lot of munitions floating, and PFC is still fairly short on mines. Another push here by Kimbo on the west side, a bit of light engagement as well between the Crossroads and the Osttruppen. Panther on the scene. Good hit there from the field gun on it. Ooh, almost got the same Pack 40, but there you go. Panther pushes through the hedges, engaging the T-5, getting a good hit, but takes a return it from the field gun. Pack cleared out there, bit of blow there to PFC. Can Kimbo destroy it or grab it? In these T, Osttruppen was wiped out here by the other T-5. I'm surprised he's not pushing more aggressively there. Panther getting ready to film, shoots at the Panther, bounces, moves straight for the western victory point, gun 381, it's 191. Get a difference in victory points. Shots fired at the Panther 4 missing. Lucky there for PFC, and we got to the support here, right in the midst of Kimbo's force there. It's going to force him to split up or back off entirely. Nice call in there by PFC, thumbs up. Ground Western victory point here. Back here reinforcing healing for Kimbo, and PFC's base, similar work happening. Plus a briefly command bunker, I guess just for the hell of it. Whoops, looks like Basil. Ow. Finally wants to get down. Panther suffers a damaged engine, but Kimbo's force are in no condition to exploit this opportunity. Great for PFC. A bit of a sad moment for Kimbo, I guess. Not losing most of the map to PFC, Kimbo needs to, I think, reevaluate his tactics and strategy and come up with something to throw off PFC significantly. We shall, of course, see if Kimbo can materialize such a plan.
Railway artillery primed and loaded.
Pushing east to see with the infantry. Gonna go for that Panther 4 and possibly the Panther.
To steal our sector.
Battle doing some exploration and yelling at things. Fresh feeling about here from Kimbo into this, the support weapons up north, the looks of it. Shot though, doesn't quite hit the objective fall. He ends up having to fall back. I honestly think been just smarter just sweeping up the west side, maybe pushing into the cemetery, trying to shift the fronts here against PFC. So just attacking into where PFC is currently most focused with all the support weapons. So what will Kimbo go for next? I mean, he's not far off from another T-45. Then we've got more pioneers for PFC to repair his armor. That's definitely a good idea. That said, neither side having any until we get the closest Kimbo's field guns, but even they aren't, like, you know, dedicated artillery. Osttruppen has come from the west here. Molotov darts, another field gun artillery support here, calling on Kimbo's eastern positions. One's going to break off the attack here, and any maneuvers going to have to force him to fall back. Osttruppen out in the west, but again, overall no major movements. I mean, he probably should be like another option. He's like to push through here and then swing up behind PFC's front line here. That's it. There's telemines in the way, so that would obviously encounter some issues. But I think it's better than just trying to charge through the anti-tank guns and snipers and whatnot else PFC might have. So yeah, lots more artillery support here. More earth-shattering railway artillery strikes. Katyusha line for Kimbo. I mean, that's obviously going to be some artillery, though. Again, a part of me thinks mortars would be a bit more useful here for Kimbo. Also down to just 2 counter swords. This is definitely time to become a problem there for Kimbo. Like, the infantry is a really important element. He's trying to run out of it. And meanwhile, PFC still has at least, you know, 3 awesome scores with light machine guns. And Kimbo's got like 2 counter swords at this point. That is great for PFC, but again, a problem for Kimbo that could only get worse with time. We got 381% and 20. Plus support to the Panzer Kampfwagen 4 field moving up as well there. Katyusha almost done. Nice hit on the Panther, punching straight through the front line. Osttruppen there being slowly bled out, but the T-55 there could get a wipe here in PFC, and almost got it, almost got it. Down he goes. Replacement Osttruppen. No, Panzer going to be his officer maybe. Panther moving forwards for Deutschland and then backwards. Another railroad to strike in just to further frustrate Kimbo. At least this time, though, he is making a pro push into the west instead of just taking head on into where gun PFC has. This time, though, he wasn't able to get enough momentum behind it, I think partly again due to a lack of infantry. But at least, you know, on a sort of tactical level, what he's doing is the correct maneuver. The execution maybe do some work and a better force composition, but he's sort of going in the right place. Katyusha Barrett also getting some nice impacts in, but I think it could have been a bit closer there. Almost got a lot of things out of from PFC, but sadly not enough. Okay, he's repairing the tank right next to the railroad artillery strike zone here. That is some massive balls. That or the crew's deaf and can't hear it anyways. Did you hear something? What? Okay. What?
We are down to 100 points.
That T-35 was about to get knocked out. They're caught by the Pack 40s and the Panther. Ooh, field gun bombardment. Almost got the Packs here. Holy smokes, got both of them. Could even get the sniper, but that's it. Oh, knocked out with the Panther right back to the sniper. That sniper's been a real pain in the posterior for Kimbo. So yeah, Kimbo's situation there is, despite I think, you know, again, a fairly good push there. Again, the lack of infantry further back it up. This ultimately undercut it a bit, and then of course just, you know, losing the T-35 that really just, I think, took out the wind of Kimbo's push once more. He is close though. He's close to like really pushing through them. And both Pack 40s are gone, so that's a lot less firepower now for PFC against Kimbo. But again, there's just that lack of infantry to really leverage against PFC. That's not to say it's GG yet, but Kimbo's going to have to, like, you know, think really hard about this, and you come up with some strong maneuvers that can completely blindside PFC while getting up more infantry. Meanwhile, we've got a third supply drop for PFC. A third one. Alright. That's got to be a record. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that many supply drops in any 1v1 match. Hell, 2v2 either. It is quite something else. Katyusha on the centre there. We got Phoenix 185. Panther 4 flying away here in service of Deutschland. In the eastern news ground, the point there. Got the T-35 slowly approaching the halfway point to the fleet, pushing forward into the Panther there. Direct hit. Field was nearby to assist. Double hit on the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Catching the MU-34 here, blasting away. Tiny chance of wipe here for Kimbo, but looks like that escapes him. Alongside that sniper as always. Field gun shot there. Getting one Panther 4 hit in, but the other misses. They should finally for Kimbo to have to deal with the armour. But again, crucially, still doesn't even be able to deal with a lot of the support weapons and the infantry. He remains critically short in infantry. Oh, that building's about to get knocked out there. That was a really close call there for Kimbo. Down to 375 is a 79. It's all hanging the balance here for Kimbo. And another railway artillery strike. That's a lot. Oh dear, this time they did make it. The field crew is splashed across the ground here. Turn into a fine mush. The other one trying to get away. It's like, quickly Petrov, hold it! But what way? Just anyway! And then boom. Good lord, that is just painful there for Kimbo. Almost blew up his own tank there though. Less stellar there for PFC, chatting with the Panther 4 possibly. We got 3 and 64 versus 79. About to lose the Panther 4, that'd be a nice kill here for Kimbo, but saying enough. There you go, Panther enemies who got the T-35. Need to blitz that Panther out there. Katyusha firing down. Panther bound to the shot right at the final moment there. Almost got the H5, so I think with this, Kimbo is very much down in the water though. He has at least started replacing infantry, but at this point I think he just comes too late. He's got no tanks left. He's got a tank for the Katyusha, but PFC just has so much more. So I think the situation here for Kimbo is at this point a bit beyond him, unless he somehow is like, you know, the second coming of Manstein. But there you go, GG go mum, and then Kimbo here gives up. A victory for PFC, a victory for Germany. A nice fight here. Some nice tactics on both sides. And I think PFC just played a much more stable game and also really utilised those supply drops to a degree which definitely I haven't expected them like turn the game around using this, which is actually quite impressive. That combined with lack of utility from Kimbo early on, I think was also great contributing factor for PFC's win. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. I do apologize for bringing another PFC match so soon, but just had a hot fix this weekend, so it's a bit tough to bring in enough matches fast enough that's interesting. And this one was interesting, I think. So I figure let it slide. I do try to keep some variety with the players. So anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, again, like, subscribe, share all that. Consider donating or pledging on Patreon. This is Imperial signing off, and see you another time. Cheers.